Alright, hello and welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, please do subscribe. We are about to take a nice big road trip with the whole family here together in our Rivian R1S up from New Jersey to Boston. We have got our... Go in the oh, it doesn't work that way. It'd be the other way. Gotta go hop in the car. Anyway, we've got our adapter so that we can charge off the superchargers and also the Tesla destination chargers. We're gonna be stopping at Treehouse Brewing on the way up, and then we're gonna eat non-stop seafood once we get up there, and then do all the touristy stuff too.
I brought all those allergy medicine.
Super. So come along with us and
let's ride.
Let's ride.
all right, we're off and already on the highway. So we have we are charged to 100%, so regenerative braking is limited a little bit here, so I'm kind of not used to that, and I keep having to like hit the pedal when I'm not used to doing it, and I keep hitting it too hard, so sorry for the jerkiness. No, so actually now we have like decent regen, so yeah, I don't know. Seems like it just kind of comes in and out. And actually, yeah, like the little gauge here doesn't show that it's limited very much, so yeah, maybe it's just me. All right, so we're driving all the way from New Jersey to Boston for the long weekend. It's about, what, 300 miles? It's like 4 hours, I think a little under 300 miles each way. So we could almost squeak out the entire drive on like a 100% charge on conserve mode here in the R1S. So we have a quad motor.
245 miles.
Oh, less than I thought, right? So we could have definitely made it, but we're going to charge anyway. And we have a quad motor R1S, which means that when you go in conserve mode, it basically disconnects the I'm gonna forget the rear, yeah, the rear motors, and just uses the front two, so you get better efficiency. So right now it's predicting that we can go 340 miles of like, I guess, EPA rated range, but plugging it into the navigation, we see that even just going to Treehouse Brewing, which is still about an hour from Boston in Massachusetts, will get us there. Oh, no, sorry, even the supercharger, geez. Well, we'll only have 105 miles of range left.
But remember, because especially on conserve mode, that estimate is in a minute, Arlo. In conserve mode, we noticed this when we were driving this car back from Illinois. In conserve mode, that estimate is very incorrect, and it'll keep going up. So it actually,
right.
I think that estimate is based on regular mode, because you'll have about a 20-mile differential on it when you arrive. Is my guess. Because my guess and what I've seen when we've been on conserve mode.
Right. That's the thing. Like we have to kind of see how things look as we're getting closer to this first. This is basically our first choice for supercharger, but it's a little bit early, and if we're getting there at like 40 or 50% state of charge, then we'll be charging slower, so it's not worth it. So we might skip that one and do the one that's closer to Treehouse. But the problem is that one's a pain to get back out of, and you kind of end up on the road the wrong way. So
I don't think so.
Okay. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, we charged up thanks to our nice new EVSE that charges at 40 amps from EV-IQ.
I'm loving this cool seat.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best. Yeah. Right.
But your back too. It does.
Yeah. You don't. I've never felt the back as much, except now it's finally hot enough to like actually test it. It is so nice. Like it's keeping my back nice and cool. That's always the part of you think it's like gross and sweaty and everything.
I'm not sticking to the seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to work
very
a
nice.
little bit.
Best feature I think in here. But yeah, what is this now? Like our 5th road trip?
What did we do besides Vermont in this?
Well, we brought it back from Illinois.
Okay.
We went to Vermont. I guess that is it.
Yeah, it's the third one.
There we go.
Then we'll have our 4th one down the shore.
And internationally.
Yes, that'll be our 4th one, but we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We shall not talk about that currently.
If you want to know the surprises, then you have to be subscribed.
Subscribe.
Wait and see. But yeah, this should be a fun trip. Not anything of note.
No, maybe I'll be more fun later. I'm thinking about the one thing I need to get done right now.
Yeah, we're both kind of still connected to work too, so all right, we'll leave it with that for now. And enjoy the beautiful scenery of northern New Jersey. until we get into somewhere more interesting. Some other thoughts. All right, take two. Had to run back home to get stuff we forgot, and we had a package that was delivered, and the dog walker came at the same time. The whole thing. But we are trying again now. So we've lost. Let's see, how much state of charge have we lost? Not too much, I'm sure. And we've definitely added a bit of time. Yeah, we're at 93% now, so we lost 7% looping around. And yeah, so it'll be a bit later that we get there now, so plans might change, but hey, that's what you do, you adjust. But it should be all good now, and back to the highway we go. Alright, we are stuck in, what, the third little bit of traffic now? This is sort of turning into a bit of an endless drive, because we are still not even halfway with the predicted traffic.
But a motorcycle wouldn't drive past the car.
Very true, yes. And I guess while we are barely moving, before I can't focus because I have to pee, and before I get angry with the traffic even more, talk about why we picked the Rivian for this trip. Thank you, Arla. Why we picked the Rivian over the Model Y for this trip. So first off is obviously the space. We have so much more room here to spread out, and the kids don't have to be all on top of each other in one row. Instead, can be spread out across the three and have room in between each other so that they're not just touching each other the whole time and fighting about it. And beside that, now that we have access to the supercharger, it's pretty nice. I guess in both cars we basically have the ability to charge at any Tesla or CCS fast charger, but here now with the Tesla one, kind of makes it even more obvious for us that we can do that and it's not really a big downside. Although I am getting a little bit nervous about trying to do that on a really busy driving day, when it's probably going to be pretty full, and I don't really want to deal with Tesla people like yelling at us that we shouldn't be there, even though we're perfectly allowed to. Or having to like block 2 spots for us, or not being able to charge because there's only 1 spot available, or anything like that. So we'll have to see. And then it's also just super comfortable to ride in here. The seats are so nice and cushiony and bolster you very well. And we also have the hotspot and tethering in here, which could be used, but we don't usually need that. And then, although apparently that may be going away in the future with a subscription that you have to pay each month. We'll see. And then the other thing is these cooled seats are super nice. I am so nice and cooled down in here. I have no dampness anywhere in the regions that you would normally get in a hot drive like this.
Gross, dude.
Air conditioning is also like so good in here. I have to keep turning it up because I'm getting cold. And then highway assist, which is like the, not hands-free, but where it, I guess lane keep and auto steer, has been really good so far. Even like with this traffic and stuff where you kind of need to like move it back and forth between the lanes a little bit, it's nice because it stays on, you don't have to like keep re-engaging it. Although it does leave a little bit more room than I would like in front, and it's a little bit slower to like speed up and slow down, so people tend to kind of cut around you and stuff when you have it on, so I'm going without it right now. But for the majority of the driving, it makes things so much easier. I think that's all I've got for now. My brain has sort of stopped working with this traffic. So hopefully we're not in it too much longer. We're here at a rest stop off of the Merritt Parkway. Traffic was awful, and so we all had to go to the bathroom. We figured, might as well opportunity charge here. This is actually pretty fast. Nice apple green chargers. Oh, ramping down like crazy now at like 74%, but we were just doing about 150 a minute ago. But not bad. So that maybe just saved us about 5 minutes of charging on our way to Boston. All right, hopefully next stop will be the brewery. All right, there's our stats. 7 minutes, 16.7 kilowatt hours delivered, and I have no idea how much that was. Oh, 583. Not bad. Yeah, these ones are pretty good. So, 35 cents a kilowatt hour. That's really cheap. We should charge even more here. Nice, thanks, Apple Green Electric. And these are BTC power units. 350 amp max. Ah, nice. Right, so we're about to get off the highway for the brewery finally, and traffic has eased up quite a bit since the last stop, which was very nice, and highway assist has been really nice to have here, although it has been like sort of ping-ponging in the lane a little bit more than I'm used to. I don't know if it's like from the harsh shadows with how sunny it is today, or it's not like super windy or anything, so I don't think it's that. So I'm not quite sure, but it's not bad, but just more noticeable. So new plan, we're not stopping to charge on the way there since we got that little quick charge at the rest stop. And instead, we're going to see if we can maybe get a little bit of a charge from the Tesla destination chargers at the brewery, which should give us like a
Did you change?
probably like a 9 to 11 kilowatt charge. So obviously not the same as fast charging, but if we're there for an hour or two, then we should be fine. What did you do? And then once we leave the brewery, depending on where we are at that point, we'll probably do a little stop at, there's a Tesla supercharger in Framingham, Massachusetts, on the way into Boston, but before we kind of get into all the hustle and bustle there. So should be a pretty quick stop there if everything works out right. And hopefully we'll get into Boston not super late. Alrighty. All right, we're here at Treehouse Brewing now, and it is incredible. And they have all of these Tesla destination chargers. They even have some J1772 adapters on them, which I think is what our friend in the R1T over there is doing with this sweet camping box and bike setup over there. I love it. But the one next to them wasn't working, so we're using this one, and luckily we brought our own adapter, which is working fine. But look at this spot. Amazing. How cool is this? Can't wait to check this out. Look at this sweet EV. It's a gem. It sits 6 people. Almost as many as our Rivian. All right, love this spot. Obviously we stayed here quite a while since it's dark now, but this charging was clutch. So we've been getting about like 9 kilowatts charging here, and that's 47 miles added. So I don't think we're gonna stop tonight now because it's pretty late. Yeah, it's not that far to Boston, and I guess we'll worry about it on the way back out or something. And we might not even have charging at the hotel, so let's just see. We'll risk it.
Well, what's
no
the
reason we
worst that
can't
can
charge
happen?
later.
We have to go max 50 miles to find charging on the way home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
not worried about it.
Yeah, and we know that there's a supercharger like
literally right
between
outside
here
of
and
Boston.
there, so yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not stressed.
Yeah, we'll be
I
fine.
don't want to stop right now.
Yeah, we'll just
I'm
get there.
ready for bed!
And some food, because they stole all the food. All right, we're here at our hotel, the Westin at the seafront, harborfront, something here in Boston. Oh, the acoustics in here are very strange, like just totally deadening. But I cannot believe there is EV charging, and look at how well marked it is. Insanity. Now, I was all prepared here to get all upset because on the app and stuff it said that nothing was available. I was gonna get so mad that there are 2 plug-in hybrids here, which, like, I get it. Maybe they need it, but definitely they don't. And oh no, actually, okay. So this one's not actually charging. This one, yes, but 2 spots here. Now let's make sure this is working before I get all excited. But not bad, honestly. I'm pretty happy about this situation. All right, ready to charge, plug-in vehicle.
We're gonna get you, bud. We're gonna get you.
Yeah. Okay, and we got ourselves a nice Blink app. There. Oh, it's charging, it's free. You don't have to do the app or anything. Insane! What a great deal! Worth the price of paying, definitely worth the price of paying $50 a night to a day to park here. But honestly, that's not, I will take this. I'm very happy about that. Great job here, Boston.
Somebody open the door.
Thrilled. Oh, and one second, we forgot to do our efficiency here quickly. And everyone is cranky. All right, and here is our trip, 268 miles, 2.49 miles per kilowatt hour. That's really good. And 46 miles per hour. Shows how bad the first stretch of it was, but it got better after that. All right, well, that's gonna do it for tonight. So we're gonna go get checked in, and tomorrow I'll be walking around exploring the city, and and we'll see what fun EV goodness we can find.
Get in the shoulder.
All right, good morning from a sunny and beautiful Boston. We're gonna be exploring the city today, mostly on foot. Car is nice and charged from overnight, so good that we have that option now, and worst case, we will barely have to charge on the way back home. So super nice that we had that. All right, let's take off. I've got to say that Boston seems to be really good about, and Massachusetts overall seems to be really good with EV charging in public. There are L2 chargers everywhere, including like this parking lot here. And that's like in addition to the ones that we had at our hotel. But all of the garages seem to have these signs for where you can find your charging. On PlugShare, there's just ones all over the place.
I was the croissant. I was the bagel. Actually, the
Hands up a little here.
All right, we're here on the USS Constitution, and this is like the typical tourist thing we've got to do here for sure, right? But look, we've got a slight electric thing here. We have a power generator on board. I think it's diesel, but doesn't actually say. I don't know these very well, but it'd be cool to have some storage on here, and even like solar, right?
Praise the Lord, I don't
All right, well, I just came to move the car. Thankfully, I did right at this time, because these poor guys in the Nero, who I think is rental, they were out of juice and really needed the charge. So always make sure you go move the car once you're actually done charging, because people need it, especially a crowded spot situation like this where there's only like those 2 or 3 chargers basically. So that will definitely help them out. And we're all set. We don't actually need to charge anymore. We're at like 85%. We can almost make it all the way home. Yeah, that was my first time. Like, they needed some help also. So the car wouldn't go back out of neutral and into drive or reverse. So we had to like turn it on and off a bunch of times for that to happen. So I don't know what to do with that was, but good thing I was there to help. And they were trying to like stretch the cable basically around the car to get in there. So thankfully I got there just in time and not blocking a charger for them. All right, so this is now our 3rd day here, and we're gonna go check out some more stuff around Boston and probably head out to Cambridge, MIT, Harvard, those kinds of things, and we'll see. Should be another beautiful day. Yesterday was so nice out in the sun. We just hung out outside like as much as we could. Spent a whole bunch of time at the Sam Adams tap room out on the deck and walked around like all of the Freedom Trail stuff. And today, I mean, we don't really have too much of an agenda, so we're just gonna kind of take it by ear.
He's eating. He's hungry.
You don't see that every day. That's a horse of a different color. It's a day for Konas. This is the first time I've ever seen an N-line Kona. I thought they did something like aftermarket with this spoiler, but no. This is the spicy performance version of the Hyundai Kona. Cool. So we're walking here from between Harvard and MIT in Cambridge. That was a huge day again, and we're back here at the Westin, and our charging spot is open. So, might as well charge all the way up to 100% tonight, so that we can stop one last time on the way back home. Sweet! So, it's very strange that like they have 4 spots here blocked for charging, but only 2 actual chargers. Which seems like not enough, but I mean, I guess from our little sample size here, seems adequate. Alright, so we're gonna get ourselves juicing up overnight. Alright, we're charging up 10 miles an hour. We are at 30 amps. A weird amount, but whatever. Can't complain since it's free. But yeah, we're gonna get ourselves charged up, and nice perk here staying at the Westin. That means maybe 1 less charging stop tomorrow. Not bad. Alright. Well, we'll see you on the road tour. All right. Good morning yet again here from the garage of our Westin in Boston. And it's our last day here. We're going to be leaving soon. And I thought you just set off the alarm. So we charged up to 100% overnight. So I'm not even sure we're going to be charging on the way back home, but we will see. So we're going to get some breakfast first. I'm going to move the car so someone else can charge here. And then we'll hit the road. That's pretty crazy. We charged from 85 to 100%, so 15% is 21.8 kilowatt hours. Just the battery in here is so massive. All right, so we are fully at 100% now. 338 miles of range in conserve mode. That's a lot. We're here at Tata, and it is absolutely hopping for breakfast here. It's like a half marathon, so everybody's trickling in. Found the Lucid Studio. They have 2 airs inside, no gravities. And the drive units. That's cool. 2 floors. There's something going on with Rivian here. They have refreshed R1T up there and R1S here in the testing colors. More cool car spotting here in Boston. I love the color in that Suburban, and then this Maserati with the orange accents is quite nice. All right, off we go. So we had a great weekend in Boston. Really fun walking around, seeing everything, going to
Ooh, look at that car.
every single brewery. And now we're gonna be heading back home. We're charged to like 100%, so the app said we don't need to stop to charge, but the car is saying we need to stop and charge for like 15 minutes. So we'll see how things go along the route. We had really good efficiency on the way out here. We're at like 2.5, but I think that's because of all of the traffic and whatnot. Yeah, 2.5. So we'll see if we have the same on the way back or not. Hopefully not, because that would mean we're in less traffic. We have about 4 hours to drive. 166 miles only? Oh, that's probably to charge. Yeah. Yeah.
It's only 250
Sometimes.
miles home.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality.
Alright, I've got to say that highway assist, which is like the driver assistance system here in the Rivian, has had one of its worst performances on this trip of any time. Maybe it's because we're using it more
Sorry, you're taking this exit.
and just kind of noticing more, or maybe it's just the conditions, maybe it's gotten worse, maybe it's because people have been saying they're not super happy with it and I've been disagreeing with them and saying that I actually do love it, but it's been doing a lot more like ping-ponging and like really kind of hugging the right lane
In a
quite
half
bit.
mile, take exit 86.
And it just feels like it's very close to other cars and dangerous, and then there are times we're just sort of like almost like swinging back and forth in the lane a little bit, which has not been great. Now, I mean, I will say that 90% of the time it's been fantastic and it's making this trip much easier, and it's not designed to be, hands off, and you're definitely supposed to, be very aware
Take
and paying
exit
attention with
86
that.
onto Interstate 91 south toward New York City.
Just emerge.
But yeah, kind of not its top performance. Alright, so we just came through some traffic. Our efficiency's been really good, and so I just removed the charging stop, and it's showing that we'll get home with 36 miles right now, which is just sort of like borderline for being okay. Let's say if it dips below 30 on our drive, we will probably do a bailout and quick charge. So far, the rest stops are all packed here, and there are a lot of cars charging at the Tesla chargers, but all of the ones that we've passed so far have had at least a few spots available, so it doesn't seem too bad yet. So I think we would probably be okay. But the only thing is, the one it wants us to stop at is a Magic Dock one.
Keep right to take exit 78.
Is a Magic Dock one, which means that any other non-Tesla could be there, whereas at the just Tesla ones that the Rivian can charge at, it'd really only be like Teslas there and potentially other Rivians and maybe Fords, but much less likely than all of the other things that might be at a Magic Dock
Right to
Tesla
take
one.
exit 78.
Alright, so we're passing the chargers, I think that we charged at on the way out here, maybe. Could have been this one. But
Be careful because they're stopping.
yeah, these are the nice ones. Oh, there's 4 on this side. And pretty much nobody charging at them. But we keep gaining additional estimated arrival state of charge. And so there's no reason for us to stop and charge now. So we're going to go all the way from Boston to New Jersey on a single charge, thanks to traffic and really good efficiency. So we're getting 2.4 kilowatt hours per mile. That's on our whole drive. I didn't reset it when we left Boston, but you can see there. Oh my god, we've driven 9 hours in total. And we still have an hour and a half to get home, I think. And it's getting pretty funky outside. But this shows just how great this is in comparison to a gas car trip, right? So I was thinking about this. If we had driven a gas car on this trip, we would have had to like fill up when we left. We would have made it all the way to Boston, of course, without stopping. And then we would have needed to fill back up again on the way home to make it. Whereas with electric, because we, and this really shows the advantages of having chargers at your home and at the hotel. But because of those two, we charged at home on the way out. We did that like little top up at the rest stop, but we were stopped there anyway, so it did not add any time or inconvenience to us. Then we got even more charging at the brewery, and even without all of that,
Which we also didn't need.
yeah, exactly. We would have made it all the way to the hotel. Then we were able to charge there for totally free. So that's just incredible. So not only did we save a bunch of money not buying gas and getting super cheap electricity the whole time, but we also saved a bunch of time not having to stop and fill up. So, win.
The windows at the bus.
Exactly, and the windows on the bus.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
And here's our final driving stats. So 10 hours, 40 minutes of total driving. So this is the whole thing. I didn't reset it for the way back. We averaged 48 miles an hour, which is pretty horrible considering we were only on highways the whole time. 2.44 miles per kilowatt hour, and that entire thing was on conserve mode with auto ride height. And we used 212 kilowatt hours. All right.
Yes?
All right, we are stopped now. We're picking up Chinese food to take home for dinner since we made such good time. So I will say that this was a really nice drive. Obviously, we had some traffic. The weather wasn't great, but we still made it here in about 4.5 hours, which is only 20 to 30 minutes more than it would have taken without any traffic at all. So it was not too bad. And we didn't stop at all because this guy slept for 2.5 hours, so we didn't need to, and we didn't need to charge. So we really just powered through and it was great. And despite all of that, I am still very, very comfortable in here. Considering that I've been sitting here driving for 4.5 hours, not bad at all. And also, I wanted to say, windshield wipers in here are very, very good. They're automatic and actually work correctly, unlike our Tesla one, where you're just fighting with them the whole time. Here, I've had them on for 2 hours now and haven't had to mess with them at all. They've been perfect. All right, well, that was a great drive. I can't believe that we made it all the way back without having to charge at all. That's incredible.
Yep.
And really nice.
When we went to Boston.
Mm-hmm, definitely. Would have been nice to stop at one of the breweries again, but I guess the weather kind of kept us from that. All right, well, with that, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you got any questions about our drive or what the Rivian is like for this kind of road trip,
Daddy.
since it's been fantastic so far and we are loving it, and we'll be taking it on our next one. So make sure that you're subscribed and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming trips. We've got a really exciting one coming up soon that you definitely don't want to miss.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. All right. We'll see you out there on the road.